to Turkmenistan. In the last video I shared a little bit about how we went to the port in Azerbaijan in Baku to get a ferry over to Turkmenistan, and nobody really knew when the ferry would arrive or if it would even arrive that night. So we were waiting at the port with a few other people for about 12 hours or so, and everybody was super kind, again sharing their snacks because we weren't really prepared, and just again the kindness of strangers. And probably at around midnight or so we did get on a boat after about 12 hours, and the ride across the Caspian Sea was pretty long. We went all night and also the next morning until probably about 6 o'clock in Turkmenistan, and slept on a couch on the ferry, met some people, and then the Turkmenistan border crossing was pretty intense. We had to go from window to window. It took us about 4 hours to get a stamp here, pay here, go back here, do this stuff over here, fill in more paperwork. Very interesting border crossing. Alright, it is 10 o'clock and we are still at customs. Check this. So we've spent, I think, maybe 4 hours here, just getting different papers being sent to different windows here. Go here, pay here, go get a stamp here, come back here to check the stamp, and then go back there to do something else. It's been nuts and we're all over it. We need food and we definitely need a shower. You guys are all still waiting too and laughing, making friends with the truck drivers here. And then we got to our hotel at about 1 in the morning, ordered room service, a snack, and the next day we had a really long drive across the desert to Ashgabat. From Turkmenbat to Ashgabat, 600 km through the desert. It was so hot, the hottest ride I have ever been on. Again, sweaty eyelids are a thing, and it was beautiful though. We saw camels in the desert and we stopped for lunch somewhere. The guys tried some camel milk, which turned out maybe not the best idea, which you will see later. So here we have camel milk. Just camel milk? Wow, that is interesting.
This is awesome.
And we have lunch here. Lunch stop in the desert.
Just for like tiny little. I'm only gonna like stop. Yeah.
And then we got into Ashgabat, and Ashgabat is a very interesting city, very surreal. Everything is marble white, and it sort of feels a little bit like Burning Man meets Marble Obsession. And we just cruised around there. We got there just riding into the sunset. It was really beautiful, actually, just super surreal. And then we did a little bit of an exploration in the night. Well, we made it across the desert, 600 km. Mike, Krista, what do you think?
Wow.
Wow.
Major
Dry
wow.
Desert with nothing, and then we arrive in Ashgabat, which is lush, perfectly manicured, ornaments or like whatever they're called.
Buildings, monuments that are just, it's like something off the playa.
Yeah, it does look a little bit like Burning Man here, and it was so weird. We were riding all day across the desert, sweaty, and suddenly this city pops up in the middle of nowhere with all white buildings. This is just one of them. It's so surreal. I think we ended up at Burning Man here in Turkmenistan. We'll show you around a little bit. We are checking out Ashgabat at night, and this city is insane. Look at this.
Only outside.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
This
that's
city
old side
is
and then
so lit up. And over here we have the fancy hotel.
what is that building right there? big hotel or?
That's a big hotel.
And this over here is a wedding
many
venue.
buildings.
It's got a disco ball inside. How cool is that?
Oh, those are saying wedding, yeah. I saw some photos online of people.
Check this.
This is the city.
Ashgabat. Wow. Look at this. This place is so crazy. And we have full moon. Wow. And then the next morning we went to the markets where we stacked up on snacks to then go to the gas crater. And I made some friends on the markets. I was almost gonna drop my life and become a market stand holder selling spices and nuts. You know, change of career, why not? So we have here 500 mana. 500 mana. 2,600 mana for this. You want to try nut? Here. You want to try nut? Try. Try nut. Okay, 300 grams. Good?
Good, very good.
And then we made our way to Darvaza, also called the Gates of Hell, and it's a gas crater so impressive that has been burning since 1971. It just blew my mind. Insane, stunning. Very good, wow. That's beautiful. Thank you.
An international airport in the left side.
Oh yeah?
Yep.
Oh, looks nice.
This is so stunning, look at this.
Oh my goodness, look at the airport.
Wow. The airport looks like an airplane.
Yeah, it's an airplane.
Wow.
Like a bird.
Going.
I'm renaming it.
I know. Krista has no idea where he's going or where he is, but
I'm in
he is definitely in the
Turkmenistan,
desert somewhere.
I'm in Turkmenistan currently. I'm heading to Tajikistan.
So I'm dealing with one guy doesn't know what's going on or where he's going, the other one is passed out on the floor. What happened? What happened to my travel buddies? So we arrived Turkmenbashi, 600k through the desert, Ashgabat. Then we came up here, Darvaza, here, Darvaza. Darvaza, the gates of hell. Here. Darvaza. Then Ashgabat tomorrow.
Завтра, tomorrow,
Mary. And then Turkmenabad. And then Uzbekistan. This is where we're going. Amazing. I love Turkmenistan. So impressive. The biggest gas crater in the world. Totally blown away. So
How do we make sure these next ones really do follow process and they don't kill Bill? That was a great film.
And that night we slept near the gas crater, watched the sunset over the gas crater and just looked at the scenery for hours, and it was so beautiful with the sunset and the gas crater. And then when it got dark, the lights and the fire seemed more intense out of the gas crater. And we slept in a yurt nearby, and unfortunately poor Dr. Mike Klein, the camel milk from the day before, I think was not sitting very well, so he had to get up a few times to throw up. Good night.
Good night, we're in a yurt in the middle of nowhere in the desert.
Are you the ghost guy with the light on your head?
Guy. It's
Whoa, scary. Alright, lights out. It is 9... What is it? 9:20? Lights out. Good morning. How did you sleep, guys?
What's sleeping?
Poor Mike. He was out here throwing up. I had to go check on him because this morning I was a little bit worried. I just heard him projectile vomiting. And the next day we went to see the Nisa, which is another UNESCO World Heritage Site, and it is known as one of the first settlements by the Parsons. Super old settlement and just really beautiful, also with the scenery again behind it. So let's go take a look at that right now. And then we drove to Mary, another quite important stop along the Silk Road, and then our last stop in Turkmenistan, which was Turkmenbat, and it was our last night, so we found an interesting place to have a little bit of a boogie and food and a little bit of vodka. It was a really fun night. Last night in Turkmenistan before we hit the road to go to Uzbekistan with another very interesting border crossing episode, which is coming up next. Oops, my bike is getting hijacked. Good? Хорошо? Oh.
Спасибо.
Спасибо.
Taubon.
Here. Goodbye, King Giorgio. Oh, he's coming back. Oh shit. Спасибо. We got a Polaroid here.
And there's like
Pájaro got a
as you take a
Polaroid.
photo, like there was like a dot that
That's good.
like right.
We got a Polaroid. I know, I just remembered it. Wow. It's coming.
It's coming.
Yeah. This is Jaskul.
Banka gut, menk, ne gut. Net gut.
Good.
Ne, bu
You
ne.
be happy with got Turkmen music here. How do you dance this?
I think it's something like that.
No, like this.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Oh yeah.
little bit of a party going on here. Turkmen music at the pit stop. Turn it up. So we are here eating dinner at a nightclub and there's live music. Vodka Good morning. I am here waiting for Dr. Klein because I think he's a bit slow this morning, a bit hungover. Last night we had the party at a local place and
We'll stack that upstairs as well.
now we are going